Good morning and welcome back. I know it's been a little while since I've put anything up here. I did reload my old videos, and as you can see, I'm showing my face again because the way I see it is I don't really get enough views to really, you know, I guess raise a red flag for anybody who might be against what I'm saying. So I'm just going to go ahead and go on like I have been. Um, some interesting things I've found recently. Corey Good, who's a whistleblower for the super secret space program, who's actually had similar contact to ETs, much like I have. Uh, except that he's more involved with them than I have been because he's actually part of this program. So he's met them and during military exercises and then also personally they've come and taken him and shown him around. There's a lot of crazy things going on in Antarctica right now. It looks like there's a basically like a race to discover this ancient alien technology that's been buried under the ice. And there's some things going on up there that not even I have all the answers to, but I mean, I during my research, I've come across some interesting things. So, I mean, you can research that yourself if you want. Also, Corey said something about the Guardians being back, and that a lot of these ET councils are actually pretty excited about it. So, I'm wondering if that's what is kind of going on with me. Um, you know, personally. Also, I've been following this local guy called William Mound. He's been exposing a lot of the news that isn't being put out there in the mainstream. Uh, a lot of these elites are going down one by one, being arrested in Russia, France, and even here in the United States. Just recently, there was a guy in, I believe, Oklahoma who was under direct orders by President Obama um, to basically drain the Social Security system, just basically to destabilize our economy. He had millions and millions, like I want to say like $80 million in claims. William Mound has it on his most recent YouTube video, so if you look him up, he's very knowledgeable and actually shows you where he finds this information too. So it looks like Obama might be up for treason here pretty soon. Also, I guess on the 15th of April here, they're going to start these marches, which are going to basically just turn into riots. These George Soros funded, uh, you know, things like Black Lives Matter and all these, social uh, things that he's put money into are supposed to kick off here on April 15th. They were supposed to kick off earlier, but something held it up. I'm not sure exactly what. Basically these elites are running scared now because all their lies and stuff are becoming uncovered, and we're about to get the truth. There's technology out there that's going to completely change mankind, and they want to keep it secret even longer because they benefit from it. The oil companies will benefit from us having to rely on petrol and fossil fuels when this new energy, free energy source is going to be available to us. It's going to totally revolutionize everything, and they're running scared. They want their money. They don't want to. They don't want to lose money for to make our lives easier. Fuck that. They want to make our lives as miserable as possible as they get rich. You know. Also, there's some medical technology that's basically going to revolutionize the medical industry. There's apparently anti-aging technology. I'm sure they could probably cure cancer, but again, the pharmaceutical companies, they would rather treat your cancer than cure your cancer, because if they cure it, then they don't, that there goes their money stream. You pay once, cancer's cured, hey, you can go on about your life, and then they don't have a sucker to basically just suck the money out of. So yeah, there's a lot of things that I guess Donald Trump wants to expose, to bring back humanity, to make mankind better. I mean, don't get me wrong though. I'm starting to think in some of the evidence I'm coming across about Trump is I feel he's a puppet as well. So he's in office, and there's all this stuff going on around him with the wiretaps and then Russia and all this stuff. I'm sure they're going to find that he was tied to Russia in some way. I saw a blip about something about him being tied to the Russian mafia. I mean, I don't know if it's true or not, but I mean, there's a lot of noise around his campaign that's trying to distract what he's doing, or basically, make us look one way as they're doing something the other way. That's usually how these things work. I still believe that nuclear war is coming. I believe it's probably inevitable right now. It's just one of those things where we're just going to sit and wait. And unfortunately, I don't think there's really much that we can do, because once things get to a certain point, the real people in power are going to get desperate, and they're going to do what they can to silence the world and continue the stranglehold that they have on humanity. It's sad, because it's if a lot of this stuff came out, it would definitely make the world a better place. It would probably stop a lot of these wars. Because a lot of these wars are us going in for oil, or us controlling the opium in Turkey, and in Afghanistan and all that stuff. That's why we're over there, really. It's for oil and drugs, so that way the evils at hand can keep us under their thumb, and they don't want to lose that power, and they know that their power is starting to slip, and so they're going to get desperate, and really what they want to do is depopulize the world. So I mean, prophecy is coming true. It's happening, whether we want to admit it or not. I'm sure it scares a lot of you guys out there, and like I said, I stopped going and going unanimous, or not unanimous, but undercover, for lack of a better word, right now. Just because my site doesn't really get enough hits to attract any attention. Mainly, this is just for my friends and stuff, who really won't even talk to me anymore. But I figured this was coming. I mean, it even says in the Bible, he who speaks the truth and seeks the truth, it's not going to be an easy journey. And unfortunately, a lot of my friends have kind of shunned me away. I text them, nothing. And it's whatever. I mean, it's kind of sad, because I miss them. I miss talking to them. And I feel the weird vibe when I'm around, because they probably think, oh God, is he gonna go on a crazy tangent again, and I realize, they don't want to hear me preach or say anything like this. I mean, I would like to sit down and talk to a few of them, but a lot of them aren't ready to talk to me, and that's fine. I'm not going to force myself on them. I understand what's going on with me, and I've come to terms with it, and it is what it is, and I'm just going to take it and roll with it. So anyway, I'm starting to ramble, but yeah, look up Corey Goode, Goode, and then William Mound, like a mound of dirt. Those guys have a lot of great information. Corey Goode, about the super secret space program, bases on the moon, bases on Mars. And then William Mound also kind of ties into a lot of stuff that Corey Goode is saying, and then also has exposed a lot of the the news that we don't see on TV, to the public. And I feel like he speaks a lot of truth and all that. But the clock's ticking. It's getting close. Things are cracking off, and things are yet to start happening. And when everything comes to a head, it's going to be ugly. So start stocking up water, food. Pull cash out of your bank, because that's part of one of their plans. They're going to shut down the banking system. They're just going to completely people won't even have access to their money. And like I said, if the stores still have stuff on the shelves, you can't write a check, you can't use your debit card unless you have cash in hand. You ain't walking out the door with it. So just start stocking up, start saving food, putting stuff aside. Just be ready for the worst. At least 3 months supply for you and your family, if not more. Take in people, refugees, people who need help. Don't shun them away. Don't let your heart go cold during these times, because that's ultimately one of the things that's going to happen. So don't fall into that. I'm not saying don't protect your family. If people come and want to take what's yours forcefully, protect yourself by all means. Because it's very important to protect your family. Anyway, so with that being said, just good luck, God bless, and hopefully I'll be seeing you all soon.